Purvis is also a veteran. Mr. Jones is also a veteran, Vietnam era veteran. And so what we wanted to do was find a way to continue to help, find a way to continue to work. And so one of the ways we found to do that is to find companies that believe in social responsibility. And Purvis, being a veteran, wanted to make sure he dedicated his time to working with other veterans. And so we're a part of what they call the We for Warriors project. So first thing I'm going to tell a little bit about that. Let's see, get a little sound here, and then we're going to talk.
I was part of the for the country.
Air traffic control,
Very important, crucial. Right. I have to start when I went to the cruise station, I was like, we don't get a sound for that plane. I was in with a lot of people, same age, same rank. And the only edge I had on it is I wasn't afraid to become violent.
A lot of veterans is bad. When you hear this line, it's a war every single time. Very nice.
So I'm going to cut that there. So it's a little bit about the We for Warriors project. It's a little bit about what we are, but what about here in DC? What do we do?
What can cannabis do that pills or the counter pills cannot?
Well, cannabis is a natural substance. A lot of pills are, they don't necessarily, they're not all natural. So cannabis is a natural remedy for medicine.
Purvis Rollins, massage therapist for the cannabis spa. We do cannabis infused massage therapy treatments. I use cannabis infused towel to help alleviate pain and increase blood flow to the body with the purpose of massage therapy.
I'm very interested in psychotherapy since I am a victim of Agent Orange. I have many afflictions, and as we get on in this conversation, I'll share this with you.
So this is a serious matter here. We have a company who's set with a veteran, we have a veteran with an affliction, and we have a medicine that's illegal in most states. So we had a balance. I wanted to ask you guys to give a hand to Mr. Jones here for his service to his team. And with that, Mr. Jones, I'd like you to talk a little bit about what you and Purvis explored in terms of step up a little bit, in terms of cannabis, and how it helped you immediately in your new process with Agent Orange.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I know you might not have had a insight on Agent Orange, but it is a defoliant. That means that it kills. This was made by Monsanto, sold to the United States government, and by the way, they took it to Cuba to test it, but they kept it very quiet. When they brought it over to Vietnam, it was supposed to eradicate the foliation so you'd be able to see the enemy. The enemy would be just like the cheers that you are here, but you would be ducked down. The Vietnamese were very engineer, a nice word right there, very industrious. They built whole towns underground. In fact, when Bob Hope came to Saigon, the Vietnamese listened to him more than we did because they brought in platoons from the north. In doing this, as they sprayed the jungle, it seemed that the plants would die, but the plants were actually more equipped than we are. They went into hibernation, and when the rainy season came back, they were right back again. So therefore, we defeated our own purpose. In doing this, they kept spraying, and therefore they took some of us up in the aircraft to do it, to assist with the spray. Well, jumping forward, coming to the States, every day that I get up is a new day because you don't know what's going to happen to your skin. Well, I found an ointment that assisted me.
Okay, so I like helping people and saving lives with the use of cannabis on the side. They came to me, Mr. Jones had an affliction with Agent Orange, having skin rashes, so I went to work with coming up with a topical that was infused, but not just with cannabis, but other oils and ointments that can help with skin irritations and arthritis and different things. And so far, it's been pretty successful.
Very much so. What happens is that when you brought it to me, I said I was going to run it, check it, to see how long it would take to heal. Well, I started off the first day, every 4 hours applying it. Second day, I did 5 hours, and I kept that up for 4 days. You can take a look at my arms. It looked like I was burnt by probably a flamethrower, but it healed. That's more than I've gotten from the VA. And I've been to the VA downtown. I've been to the VA over by Andrews Air Force Base. I've been to the VA up in Delaware. But the dermatologist couldn't control it. But I found this gentleman right here. Thank you very much.
So talk about some of the things we're doing at the VA and what the issues we're facing are before we get a quick closeout on Mr. David Richardson before they kick us out, but that's how we do it.
Hi, I just want to say that our fathers from Vietnam are mostly why I do this because nobody cared about them when they came home. And right now there are a lot of these older men languishing in veterans' homes without access to care, without access to medicine because of state law. So these are some of the things that we're moving through at the VA on the federal level and looking for alternatives to the opiate crisis that we're facing as our generation, post 9/11 vets, wake up to every day. And there's a multitude of issues, obviously, and there's a multitude of opportunities with this plant and other forms of therapy.
Thank you. So David, we want you to close out. We don't have any time, but I cannot miss. This is 37 tons of cannabis captured by the United States government. Well, round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about cannabis. This is 37 tons of cannabis right here.
Okay, so here's the deal. Like Brandon and I are wearing shirts, and on the back of the shirt it says, "If you want to live long, don't live here. Inner cities, USA." And what I'm here to say is that, like, I'm a spokesperson for manufacturers in this industry. And when they ask me like what products I choose to endorse, they're the ones that believe in social responsibility. So my deal is real easy. Like, if you're making money in this industry, you should be hiring the people that can't be hired. You should be training the people that didn't go to college. You should be dealing with the impact that people have been hurt, that society is stomped on. Why is that? Because we're not big alcohol, we're not big tobacco. We're an industry that was born by a bunch of people who were like hippies who believed in loving each other, pushed the women's movement forward, pushed the civil rights movement forward. And if we're going to be those kind of people, then I'm willing to step up and take a risk and vouch for you. Because in my family, when you get the word, it means a lot, right? Blood is blood, right? So that's really all I wanted to say here, because, you know, like, people here, if you hear what I'm saying, I love this guy. I came here because of him, right? And he does what he says. He works really hard. And he's the kind of guy that doesn't have to do any of this, because he's got himself a fucking law degree. He could be out there being that guy, right? The one that we hate, you know, but he's not. He's this guy. And that's why I came here. So anyway, I hope you all had a good time. Got plenty of data. And fuck it, go get something to eat, right?
Tom Hughes, Christine Evans, Summer Agrawal. Tom Hughes, Christine Evans, Summer Agrawal, SLO team. Thank you, Therese Villamar, website. Thank you, Victoria Valhalla, the press. Chloe, Robert Blunt, thank you so very, very much. Paula, thank you very, very much. Frank, ECMJ, Boxfire, Bishop, thank you for the whole time. Mr. Budsummit, see you guys soon.